My name is Joe. These are just opinions. I am Joepinionated. Okay, today we're continuing with our top 50 tragically hip tracks. And this is my Joepinionated list. And last time we did 50 to 41. Today we start with 40, work our way to 31. Here we go. So I'm Canadian. Tragically hip's a big thing up here, obviously. With number 40, I've got from this album, Phantom Power. First time it hits our list. I've got a big hit, Fireworks. Lots of references to hockey in Canada in this one too. They talk about the goal in 1972, which in Canada is like until Sidney Crosby scored the golden goal in 2010. That was the biggest thing. Where were you in 72? Canadian hockey folklore, it's big. Anyways, Fireworks, it's number 40 from Phantom Power. Then from the next track we got is actually from Phantom Power as well. And it's Bobcaygeon, one of the bigger tracks. Talks about having a little Willie Nelson, a little wine, maybe smoking a bit of weed and having a glass of wine. And Bobcaygeon is actually a like a cottage country getaway town, little town outside of Toronto. So Bobcaygeon, never been there, never been to anywhere around there. I'm from the west coast of Canada. Anyways, next track is from this album again, fully completely. It's called Looking for a Place to Happen. Next track I have is Escape is at Hand from the Traveling Man, for the Traveling Man. Escape. Now, I don't know why it took me a lot longer to get into this one than others. It's probably actually gone up my list since I made this list. I made this list a few years ago, but Escape is a Hand, the Traveling Man, amazing song. And if you watch the Tragically documentary about their last tour, that was the first song they started working on again after Gord had his brain trauma. So the next one is the Apartment Song, which is off of this one here. Good friend of mine, musician out in Ontario, Mr. Venn, really got me onto this song many years ago, the Apartment Song. Next track is from this one, Road Apples. Road Apples being like, I think, horse shit, right? Horse something. Anyways, this one's from Road Apples. It's called Long Time Running. And it's one of my favorite slower hip songs. Pretty easy. If you've never heard the hit before, that's probably a really easy one to jump in and kind of get an idea of the singing from Gord, the lyrics, just a straightforward song. Next one is back to this album here, fully completely. We're back to this one for a couple actually. So we've got Courage. So Courage, and it's called Courage for Hugh MacLennan. I mean, I'm a pretty big hip fan, but I don't know who that is. So if you know, maybe say something in the comments. This is a cool pressing. This is actually the original pressing. This is from the Netherlands. So kind of cool. And next we have Wheat King story. Wheat King's off of Fully Completely. That's the David Milgaard story about this guy who got convicted of murder. Well, I'm pretty sure he was high on acid, and I think it was in Winnipeg. Anyways, he was in jail for around 20 years, and yeah, he didn't do it. So they wrote this song dedicated to him and his story called Wheat Kings, and it's a heartbreaker. Next, Eldorado. Which album is Eldorado again? I think it's on this one. So that goes to show. Yeah, there you go. Fully Completely is Eldorado again. I'm getting them confused. I haven't listened to a lot of hip lately, but Eldorado from that one. And then the last track on this list, so we're at number 31, is Greasy Jungle. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't like Greasy Jungle. I didn't get it. And I come on the radio, and honestly, it kind of turned me off to Tragically Hip for a while. But now I love it. It's kind of like Janie's Got a Gun from Aerosmith. It's like I didn't like it as a kid, but now I just listen to it and go like, wow, that's an incredible studio track. So Greasy Jungle 31. Like and subscribe, please, in the comments below. I'm going to be making a lot more Joepinionated lists. So yeah, like, follow, subscribe, and I'd love to hear your opinion.